Welcome to my Machu Picchu blog. So I want to set the stage for how I got to Machu Picchu. If you see those steps, yeah, they're all covered in rain. And I had to climb 2,000 of those. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, and before this I had actually hiked over 25 kilometers of really tough mountains. So I began extremely tired, and it took me a good hour and 45 minutes to hike those 2,000 steps. So you can see, yeah, I started at that river below. It was brutal. It was so brutal. I was so tired. But it was absolutely worth it. And then when I got to Machu Picchu, it stopped raining. You can see the fog, it's still covering it. So that's a pretty cool shot. So this is the kind of stuff you hike when you're hiking in the Andes. This is what the Incas actually enjoyed doing way up there. So I'm afraid of heights too. So yeah, that's scary, but you did it. This is the Inca Bridge. It's a little side trail. So I hope you can see that. They actually walked across that. You're not allowed to now, but it's pretty scary. Definitely did it. Before I had done Machu Picchu, I had heard from many people that you need to do a trek beforehand to really appreciate it. If you just go there and look at it, it's not the same. So I did a 4-day trek, which included some mountain biking in the jungle, in the mountains, I should say, and I did a bunch of hiking and some zip lining before that. And I definitely felt like I earned Machu Picchu. I didn't just show up. So it was very, very satisfying. This is one of the highlights of my trip. And I highly encourage anyone who goes to Machu Picchu, you've got to do some sort of trek first. If you just show up, it's not the same. So as you can obviously see, this is absolutely beautiful. And what's interesting about Machu Picchu is it was discovered, so to speak, in 1911 by a guy from North America called Hiram Bingham. And when he came up here, he found this. It was all covered in jungle. So everything you see would have been covered in jungle. So even from the sky, it wouldn't have been visible. So they hacked away at it, and after 1915, he left, and then it got recovered. And then in 1930, the government of Peru opened it up. And then by 1950, they actually turned this into a place you can visit. And it had a few visitors. And then in the 80s, Peru was really dangerous, so nobody came here. And it wasn't really until the last 15 or so years that Machu Picchu actually became a place that people visit a lot. So here's a lot of the close-ups of the actual city. You can see those roofs had to be replaced every 4 years. So none of them are left, but those are recreations. But most of the city itself is originally intact. And what makes Machu Picchu so special is the fact that it's mostly natural, or they didn't actually recreate any of it. So it's the quality of the site. So there's lots of other Inca things, Inca sites that you can visit. And I did visit those, and they're very interesting. But Machu Picchu in itself is special for that reason. This is the sundial. It's considered one of the highlights. They make you walk really fast past here, but that was the moment in there. You can see these are different types of rocks. This is incredibly difficult craftsmanship. I have no idea how they would have done that. But you can see here, all of this is incredibly well made and built to last. One of the things that's interesting about the Incas is how smart they were. And one of the things, of course, that they did was whenever they conquered another clan or culture or people, they took their technology with them. So they were incredibly talented at doing that. Now you're going to see some steps, and you've probably already seen them. Those were built for erosion, but they also used them for agriculture. And there's my guide, Rebecca. I'm giving you all the information she gave me, so thanks, Rebecca. But those steps were basically used for erosion, and even to this day, they actually have guys who have to go down there every 2 months with weed eaters, which I couldn't do. There's the courtyard. That was the main area of Machu Picchu where they hung out. So that's obviously would have been a very happening place, but now you just look at it. So here we are, we're about to leave. So this is me, you get this. So even after all this hiking, I could have hiked down, but instead I paid $12 to take the bus down just because I didn't want to. And it would be easier on my knees, and plus that I beat the rain. So I hiked in the rain in the morning, was happy to avoid it. So thanks for watching my Machu Picchu video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you'd like.